why are we today, after independence, discussing Vande Mataram?
Exactly. I also agree. I think there are many more important things to debate and discuss in the parliament. I think we should celebrate the 150th anniversary of Vande Mataram. It's a tremendous composition. It's a mantra for national awakening. And in fact, Sri Aurobindo called Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay a rishi, a modern rishi. And of course, Vande Mataram was the rallying cry across the country. People went to the gallows singing it or even just saying Vande Mataram. Now, to accuse the Congress in 1937 of perfidy, appeasement, I think it's a bit irrelevant, to go back in time, because remember in 1937 they were still trying to get a united India, and if they thought that compromising by not singing the whole anthem, or rather the national song as it came to be called in 1951 in the Constituent Assembly, it would be a compromise. In fact, do you know that even Jana Gana Mana was objected to? People said that, oh, it's a paean to, King George who was visiting India. All these songs are controversial, but should we rake up these controversies? And I might also say that this sort of knee-jerk attack on Jawaharlal Nehru, hasn't it gone too far? I mean, can we keep blaming, earlier regimes and leaders for all our problems? I think we should look forward. In fact, I would sort of urge younger people to read Anandamath and actually try to understand the deeper meanings of Vande Mataram itself, where the nation, Mother India, is not only Bhavani, but she's Saraswati, she is Lakshmi, and she's Durga. Now, if we really go into this very deeply, then we will see that Bankim is invoking the various bodies of the nation, the physical body, the subtle body, as well as the transcendental spiritual body of the nation, to suggest that the soul of India is eternal. I think these are the things we should focus on, rather than raking up the past, attacking, this one and that one, and I think wasting, if I may even put it that way, the precious time of the Indian Parliament.
Okay. Now, let me quote Dangshu Mukherjee, the book he wrote on the history of the national song. Hindol, this is for you. He says, Jana Gana Man, perhaps because it sprang from the fountainhead of Tagore's piety, had embedded in the idea of destiny controlled by an eternal supreme entity. Every phase of India's history and civilization carried the imprimatur of this divine will. It was possibly in this spirit that Nehru had unforgettably spoken of India's independence as a tryst with destiny. Now, with this, Nehru also, in a letter to B.C. Roy, he argued and he said, from the point of view, again he said, from the point of view of the foreign countries, there is undoubtedly a flaw. Whether Jana Gana Man is adopted or not, I doubt very much if Vande Mataram could be adopted. As for the words, Vande Mataram contains language which most people do not understand. Certainly, I do not understand. Now, this is what he is writing, so I am quoting it verbatim, trying to contextualize in the text, because I don't have his audio bites in Dole. So my question to you is, are we looking at partition, or are we looking at our national songs and national anthem as an unfinished business? Is it an unfinished business, sir?
Well, living in Delhi as I do at the moment, I really think we should be discussing why we cannot breathe because of the air pollution in Delhi. Having said that, and I think that would be really important, I think, and urgent. Having said that, let me also say that this Nehruvian point of view that, well, Vande Mataram was not really adequate and we only play the music, supposedly national anthems, all that is truly bunkum, and this is the problem. This is why Nehru gets critiqued today. You see, think about it, Macronji is sitting in the United States, and the US made the fact that it was the land of the free and the home of the brave as a fundamental idea of their very existence, their strategic thinking, their policy making, their narrative building, their grand narrative and their grand strategy. And why even go to the US? Look at right next door in Indian subcontinent. The Bangladeshis don't just sing Amar Shonar Bangla. They, at least for a time, they really meant when they said Amar Shonar Bangla, that this is the golden land that they valued. And, their nationalist thinking came from that point of view, certainly in the early 1970s after they won independence.